Good morning, everyone. And today we are starting with chapter number 25, that is role of gender. Now, first, let's have a look at the flow chart. Now, the first question is that what is the gender? Gender is actually, social construction. Means our society has, created different, norms for boys and girls. That is called a gender. Okay. Our roles, activities, right, behavior, responsibility, attributes for boys and girls are different. So that is gender. Okay. Further, what we are going to read in this chapter is what are the social aspects of gender in various field. Okay, in various field means in the family, community, school, and public spaces. What kind of role has been decided for boys and girls? That is what we are going to read one by one, and we are also going to understand that what is the stereotypes the society is having or expected role of boys and girls society is having. When we talk about economic aspects means that how these people are paid means in different sectors men and women are paid differently, their working hours, their conditions, everything is different. Now there are two sectors, informal and formal. So what is informal, formal sector, what is the role of women over there, that is what we are going to read further. Now in even in family the division of labor is made, and the division of labor is made on the basis of gender. And the last topic will be invisibilization of women's labor, means that whatever woman is contributing at the home front is often invisible to the people. Okay, so this is the crux of the chapter, and this is what we are going to read. Now, first of all, you know, it has been explained regarding what is gender, which we have read. That gender is, the social distinction between boys and girls on the basis of their role, activities, right, behavior, responsibilities, and attributes. So, everything, a moment a child is born, everything, a child will do will be different depending upon its gender. The second topic will be that is there any difference between gender and sex, or they are similar? No, they are not similar, they are different. Gender and sex both are different topics. Sex is the biological distinction between a boy and girl. Okay, the biological distinction between a boy and a girl, that is called as sex, whereas gender is the social classification. Okay, it is written here, social classification into men and women, which has been constructed by the society for a very long period of time. That is the called as gender. So both are different, they both are not same. Then what is stereotype? Stereotype is a conditioning, which happens, when you see and observe something for a very long period of time, in which you see your family members, your grandparents and your parents doing something, and mentally you follow all these things, okay, without examining the effects. That is called as a stereotype. Okay, so you also start to behave like one which in which all people are behaving without examining anything. As I told you that we are going to read about the expected roles of boys and girls in every field. So the first important thing is the family. Family is the first place of the every child. So how boys and girls are seen. So mainly in the family, a boy is considered as a superior. Okay, he is considered as a superior, and the mere role of a woman is of subservience, means he's a subservient, or he is always subordinate to the men, they are never the leaders. Okay, and there is a domination of boys in the family. Now women are never considered as breadwinners, only men, the earning, the main role of the men is to earn income for the family. And even if women are working, then they are generally giving soft occupations and a simple occupation, so that they can manage home and on their office at the same time. And the responsibility of household chores also lies in the hands of the woman only. Now the differential treatment for boys and girls, of boys and girls in a family. In a family, the a male child and a female child is always considered not equal, or they are different. Girls are denied the, in on the basis of food and, health facility and every kind of facility, it is different for boys and girls. And that is why, if we see, survey of the last 10 to 15 years, we will find that the number of girls born, okay, and are, declining every day. Even the mortality rate of the girls are, very much high in comparison to the men. Why it is happening? It is happening due to two reasons, that is female feticide and female infanticide. These two words are given here. So what is the meaning of this? Female feticide. Female feticide means killing of a fetus when it is in the womb of the mother. Okay, fetus. It is this feticide word is actually originated from the word fetus. And what is fetus? Fetus is a small child which is in the womb of a mother. Because it is not fully developed, that is why it is not called as a child or a baby, but it is called as a fetus. So when a child is, after, the family, they get to know about the gender of the sex of the child, then what they do is that they generally, certain in backward communities and small families, uneducated families, what happens is that they generally kill the girl child or a girl fetus, while it is in the woman's, while it is in the womb of his, her mother. Okay, so that is called as, that practice is called as female feticide. Then what is female infanticide? Female infanticide is the killing of a girl child just after the birth. Just after the birth, when it is, known to the people that it is a girl child, and it is being killed because they, the family do not want a girl child, they want a boy, that is called as female infanticide. Now, due to these two practices, female feticide and infanticide, the sex ratio of the boys and girls, is actually having a larger and larger gap. Now, what is sex ratio? Sex ratio is the ratio of males to females in population expressed as the number of females per thousand males. And according to the 2011 census, we can see that there has been a decline in the female, that is generally not, generally just 940 over 1000 boys. So you can see that it has a very big gap which should be less. Now, what are the expected roles of boys and girls in the community? In the community, when we talk about, the women, then from the very ancient time, the women are considered as very emotional and intellectually inferior, in comparison to the men. And that is why the people and society, they do not consider in society, in community, men and women equal. And that is why it has been practiced in a lot of countries in the earlier times, that the voting rights were only given to the boys or the men and not to the women. Okay, so even in Middle East countries, there are certain, countries which still, practice this thing, in which, women does not have any voting right and men have. Another thing is that women is also, not considered that they should participate in the politics also, because they are very emotional. They generally, people have a thought that they are emotional and they think, according to their emotions only. That is why even in the society or in the community, women are not given reservation which should be there for the women. Then here we will read about expected role of boys and girls in the schools. Now, school is a very important place because here people get education, they get enlightened, and they understand, that why the schools are important, because it is a way of gaining knowledge. It is a way of, a child becoming mature and understanding that what is happening around. But it does have certain problems. For example, women, girls, spend a large time in, doing household chores, and that is why even if they are going to school, they are not able to study properly because they do not have that time which the boys have. Another point is that most of the family, they do not send their girl child to the, school because of the distance and everything, and because of lack of security. That is also why the girls are not, allowed to go out of the house, and that is why the education ratio between boys and girls, in that thing, the men have higher ratio and girls have less. And many girls in in many family, they also think that exposure to education will make a child or a girl child spoiled, that she will have more of desires and knowledge, which a family does not want. They just simply want their child, girl child, or to a child to get married. Okay. Another is that even if they are going to school, they are unable to complete their education because at a very early age they are getting married, or they are not allowed after secondary or senior secondary schools, and that is why they are not allowed to have a complete education. Often there are subjects offered to the girls are soft subjects. They are not allowed to just like cooking and some vocational courses and knitting and everything, art and craft. And they are not encouraged to take strong subjects like information technology, science and mathematics. They are also discouraged to participate in sports and physical education, and that is why even there are so many child who are going girl child who are going to the school, but they are not able to take out the full importance, or the full encouragement from the community. And that is again lacking in the school also. So in the school side also, the girls are denied a lot of things which we do not know. Okay. So we are going to do this much only, and the further expected roles of boys and girls in public spaces we are going to do in the next video.